Hello again, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with eCritical. Now, today we're going to cover the essentials of managing the time arrows that are on the third or the fourth row of the screen. As you can see, that there's a number of different ways you can navigate around the application, and these arrows help you operate much like a VCR controller would operate. You can set the intervals on the between for each value using the change time interval button on the far left hand side. As you can see, this is set for every hour, and to change the interval it's fairly straightforward. You just click on the button and then you have your choice between up from a minute all the way up to 24 hours, which then changes the view for what you're seeing. And it's very easy just to jump back and forth between the different time intervals. If you're looking for a specific time, then down at the bottom there's a go to, and you can either go all the way back to the time the patient was admitted, back to then, or you can set for a specific time and date, and it'll jump you back to that date. The default for most views is 1 hour, and for the nurses, they validate vital signs every hour. You can also control the position of the cursor, this is the cursor right here, this long line, by just clicking anywhere on the screen. And if there's values on this associated with that particular time, then it will show on there as well. In order to see that, we'll just jump ahead. You can see that by clicking on the arrow, we get to see how much epinephrine the patient was on at 16:47, what the heart rate was at that time. And so going from the far right hand side, there's 4 different arrows that will jump you forward in time. First, the far right one takes you to the current time, whereas the one next to it is the start of the next day, and then forward a page and just forward a column. On the opposite side of the screen, you can see that the single arrow takes you back 1 column at a time, whereas the double arrow jumps you all the way back a full screen, and then the final one takes you to the start of the day. And date is started at is considered to be 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's how we control the time intervals, as well as the position of the cursor, either by directly clicking on the screen or by using the arrows on the sides, either the left or the right side. Next, in the next video, we're going to talk a bit more about graphing and the ways in which you can interact with the different parameters on the screen.